What if everything you thought you knew about Atlantis was wrong? Forget the lost city of myth and prepare to have your mind blown by a scientific revelation. For centuries, the story of Atlantis has captured our imaginations. A magnificent advanced civilization, swallowed by the sea, lost to time. We see it in movies, books, and countless documentaries, all searching for a mythical city. But what if the search has been misguided? What if we've been looking for a place when we should have been looking for an event? Today, we're about to uncover how geological forces, not ancient gods, might be the true key to understanding this legendary mystery. We are stripping away the myth to expose a shocking scientific truth. The legend begins with the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. Around 360 BC, he wrote about an island nation, larger than Libya and Asia combined, located beyond the Pillars of Hercules. This powerful naval force conquered parts of Western Europe and Africa, but was defeated by Athens. Shortly after, in a single day and night of misfortune, the island of Atlantis disappeared into the depths of the sea. It's a dramatic, captivating tale. And for over 2,000 years, humanity has been hooked. From treasure hunters to historians, the quest for Atlantis has fueled endless speculation. Is it in the Mediterranean? The Caribbean? Underneath Antarctica? This fascination is understandable. The idea of a lost utopia, a perfect society wiped out by a cataclysm, speaks to our deepest fears and hopes. But our obsession with finding a literal city, with golden temples and advanced technology, might be the very thing that's blinded us to the truth. What if Plato wasn't describing a specific place, but rather preserving the memory of a real, catastrophic event that was passed down through generations? The answer might not lie in ancient texts alone, but in the very ground beneath our feet and the water that covers 2/3 of our planet. To understand how a legend like Atlantis could be born from reality, we first need to appreciate the sheer, terrifying power of our own planet. We live on a dynamic world, a planet of shifting plates, volcanic fury, and surging oceans. History is filled with geological events that could easily inspire myths of lost lands. Imagine living in a coastal community thousands of years ago. One day, the ground shakes violently. The sea retreats, exposing the seabed in an eerie silence, only to return as a colossal wall of water, a tsunami, erasing everything you've ever known. The survivors would be left with the story of a day when the ocean rose up and swallowed their world. Now, multiply that terror across different cultures and time. We have clear geological evidence of such events. Take the Storega slide, which happened off the coast of Norway about 8,000 years ago. A massive chunk of the continental shelf collapsed into the sea, triggering a mega tsunami that inundated coastlines across the North Atlantic, including parts of what is now the UK. Evidence of this event is found in sediment layers hundreds of miles apart. For the prehistoric people living there, it would have been an apocalyptic event, a world-ending flood. Their land didn't just flood. It disappeared. It is not a stretch to imagine their descendants telling stories of a great land lost beneath the waves. The Mediterranean, the cradle of Western civilization, is a geological hotbed. The African and Eurasian tectonic plates are constantly grinding against each other, creating a network of fault lines. This makes the region prone to earthquakes and volcanic activity. We know that sea levels have also changed dramatically over millennia. During the last ice age, sea levels were much lower, exposing vast coastal plains. As the ice melted, submerging these areas. What might have been thriving coastal settlements or hunting grounds are now deep underwater. To the people who witnessed this gradual but relentless change, it would seem as if the gods were angry, slowly reclaiming the land. This isn't myth. It's documented paleoclimatology. This brings us to one of the most popular scientific theories about Atlantis, the Minoan eruption of Thera, now the stunning Greek island of Santorini. Around 1600 BCE, this volcano didn't just erupt. It exploded with a force hundreds of times more powerful than an atomic bomb. It was one of the largest volcanic events in human history. The eruption blew the center out of the island, creating a massive caldera that the sea rushed in to fill. It triggered colossal tsunamis, estimated to be up to 150 meters high, that slammed into the nearby island of Crete, the heart of the sophisticated Minoan civilization. Ash fell across the entire eastern Mediterranean, blocking out the sun for days, causing crop failures and what's known as a volcanic winter. The geological impact was catastrophic. For the Mignons, a technologically advanced seafaring culture, this event was devastating. Their powerful navy would have been obliterated in port. Their coastal cities and farms would have been washed away by tsunamis or buried in ash. The collapse of the Minoan civilization happened around this time, and for a long while, no one knew exactly why. Now, let's connect this to Plato's story. Plato heard the tale from his relatives, who heard it from the Athenian statesman Solon, who in turn was told the story by Egyptian priests. The priests claimed the event happened 9,000 years before their time. While the Santorini theory is compelling, it's not the only possibility. What if Atlantis wasn't in the Aegean at all? Remember, Plato specified it was beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which is what the ancients called the Strait of Gibraltar, leading into the vast Atlantic Ocean. This has led researchers to look for evidence of submerged land masses in the Atlantic. Modern sonar and underwater mapping have revealed fascinating features on the ocean floor. There's the Spartel Bank, a submerged island just west of the Strait of Gibraltar. Geological studies show that this island was above sea level during the last ice age and was submerged by rising sea levels between 12,000 and 9,000 years ago. Could this have been the island Plato was talking about? Its submersion fits the timeline mentioned by the Egyptian priests, if taken literally. This doesn't mean there was an advanced city there, but for a prehistoric society, the loss of an entire island would be a monumental event, worthy of a legend that could be passed down for millennia. Other candidate locations have been proposed, from the Azores to the coast of Spain, near Donana National Park, where archaeologists have found evidence of a major catastrophe wiping out a Tetossian city around the 6th century BC. Underwater archaeology is a young and challenging field, but every new discovery of a submerged settlement or ancient coastline reshapes our understanding of the past. Perhaps the key isn't to find one single location that matches Plato's description perfectly. His account was, after all, a second-hand story, likely altered and dramatized over time. The real quest is to find the geological and archaeological evidence of catastrophic events that could have inspired such a powerful and enduring myth. The answer may not be a single X marks the spot, but a pattern of disasters that our ancestors experienced and tried to explain through storytelling. So, where does that leave us? Let's reimagine Atlantis, not as a city but as a concept. What if Atlantis is a collective memory, a name we give to the universal human experience of witnessing our world being destroyed by forces beyond our control? Throughout history, countless communities have been wiped out by tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and rising sea levels. Each one of these events could have generated its own lost land legend. Over time, these separate stories, passed through different cultures, could have merged and crystallized into the single, grand narrative that Plato recorded. Atlantis becomes less of a historical account and more of a powerful allegoria. Cautionary tale about impermanence and the hubris of believing we are invincible, even against the power of nature. This scientific lens doesn't diminish the legend. It makes it more profound. It connects us directly to the very real struggles and fears of our ancient ancestors. The story of Atlantis is the story of our planet's restless energy and humanity's resilience in the face of it. The search for Atlantis continues. But perhaps the real treasure isn't a sunken city of gold, but the knowledge we gain about Earth's dynamic past and our own place within it. Modern geology, oceanography, and underwater archaeology are the tools that'll continue to uncover the real stories hidden beneath the waves. By shifting our perspective from myth to science, we might finally understand the truth behind one of history's greatest enigmas. The lost city may remain a fantasy, but the lost worlds are real, and we are just beginning to find them. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the science behind the myth. What do you think? Is Atlantis a memory of a geological disaster? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed unraveling this mystery with us, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the unknown. See you next time.